Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. It's been a busy, busy Wednesday. That's all I have to say so far. It's just been really busy. So far. But I'm making the effort, guys, to be here. Like I told you guys, it's important that I show up here to be here to do these videos. So the only thing is I can't guarantee what time every day. I can't be here at a set time every day. So please subscribe to the channel and you'll get a notification as to when I hop on for the video. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you guys. So happy hump day. It's Wednesday. This week and these hours, doesn't it seem to be going by a little quicker than before? That's what it seems like to me. I went to bed last night and I swear it's like I only felt like I was asleep for 2 hours when the alarm went off to get up. And I kept looking at the phone because I have an alarm on my phone. It can't be time to get up. It can't be. But you know, I do what I have to because I don't sleep very well. So because I'm so hyped because I have so much going on right now, responsibility. Some of this stuff I'm trying to quickly get off my plate because I need to have more time to myself so I can rest, and anyway. So one of the things that I do before I go to bed at night is I take chamomile tea. I don't know if you guys have you take that, but chamomile tea will relax you. Not only will it help you sleep, if you have any form of anxiety, because I don't like medications and stuff like that, I think I like natural things like herbal products. And when I say herbal products, I mean teas and things like that to help instead of medication. So the chamomile tea relaxes me. I may take it an hour before I go to sleep, and then it calms me down because at the end of the night, I have all these things on my mind. Did I do this and all this other stuff? And it makes it difficult to go to sleep when you're thinking about, did you forget something that you got to do or didn't do? So when I take that, I calm down, relax, and it helps me to sleep. And when I fall asleep, usually, it helps me to stay asleep longer instead of waking up 2, 3 times out of the night. So you guys might want to try that if you have anxiety or trouble sleeping. Chamomile tea does work, and you can buy it at Walmart in the coffee aisle. So, with that being said, I have a doctor's appointment on Valentine's Day. Can you believe that? One of the reasons is because the doctor's trying to get to the bottom of the sinus problem because it's like um, some other things that was going on. I was able to take care of it. The doctor wanted to give me some medication, and like I told you guys, I don't care for medications because what happens is side effects, and I don't have time for that. So I usually find something, through the herbal tea products and things like that, and she's going to be impressed on what I did because um, anyway, I'll tell you about it after I see the doctor because she's not going to believe. Because I told her that a particular product worked for a particular situation, and she's looking at me with a double head, but it's already taking care of the issue I had. So when she sees me, she's not. If someone tells her, she won't believe it. She has to see it for herself. But anyway, I'm glad I'm able to do that because as I was growing up as a child, my mother was into this book called Back to Eden for all different ailments and stuff because my mom wasn't a fan of taking a lot of medications as well. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys, especially those of you who have problems sleeping at night and anxiety. Um, the chamomile tea does work. So give that a try. The first time you take it, you might want to take 2 cups of it. Like I just put it, I don't have chamomile here. This is some other type of tea, like immunity tea. But I drink different types, green tea, etc. but it helps. The chamomile, you might want to take like 2 cups before you go to bed, and it really helps your anxiety and it helps you to fall asleep peacefully. So, with that being said, I hope everyone is doing good and your Wednesday is going well. And thank you for being here. Um, the topic of discussion today is minimize the pain to heal. It's so important. And we're going to talk about that. Try to do everything that you can within your power and within reason to minimize the pain and toxicity that may be going on around you, especially when you are determined and serious about getting on this path to heal your grief. It is so difficult to heal grief, especially related to the loss of a loved one. Some people have lost spouses, children, which is just unbelievable. And also parents. And my condolences to all of you who are going through that, who have gone through that, because that's not easy. It's not easy at all to lose any loved ones. And especially when it happens and it's unexpected. That's the worst kind of loss. But your loved one who passed over, no matter who they may be, a spouse, child, God forbid, parents, they don't want you to stay in a place of sadness and depression the rest of your life. They will want you to live your life and embrace life to the fullest. I had a hard time believing that in the beginning, after my mom died and my dog and all this other stuff I talk about. And I talk a lot about it because when shortly thereafter, when all this stuff happened, I didn't think I could heal from it. I was really, really at a low place. And I just, and I stayed in prayer with God. God lifted me up because a lot of these things I'm talking to you guys about, there's no way I can do these things on my own. But what I had to learn is to pick myself up, not to stay in that place of stagnation and depression too long. Because if I stay there, then I might not be able to get out of it. It's just like lying down on the ground and staying there too long. And then one day you feel like you can't get up. That's how it was with this depression and all these deaths and things. But I learned lessons from it, as I look back on what happened as horrific experiences. And what I learned is to put my trust in God and not people, and to put my trust in myself, knowing that, because sometimes we don't know what we can handle until we go through um, trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations. We don't know what we can handle until we go through that. What doesn't break you will make you stronger. I promise you that. And what has happened with me, I've learned how to self love, how to self care, and to self love, which I wasn't doing much of that before, eating everything, drinking everything, all types of, except for soda, too much, and just not taking care of my health the way I should. But after all of this and seeing death on top of death, we know we all are going to pass one day, but we don't want to speed up that time, and just seeing that helped me to take care of myself better. Just going through all that, and to take care of myself and that I matter. And that's what I want to share with you guys. I'm not a therapist of any sort. I don't have a degree in that category, but I'm just sharing experiences because maybe you guys are picking up information that can help you to deal with your own grief. Everything, that I talk about here, different people, different situations work for you, because we all don't get through it the same way. But perhaps some of the things that I'm speaking about on this channel today or any other day that you listen to these videos will help you to deal with whatever you're going through with grief, toxicity, etc. Because it's important to have these conversations, even for those who don't like to communicate about what's happening. Maybe you were like me, you grew up in a house where you were told, whatever happens in this house stays here. You don't talk about it. It happened, it's over, move on. Well, I used to believe that way too, and I used to be like that. But as I started therapy and going through things in life, I knew that I had to face these demons, these situations, because if I didn't and pretend that I was okay, I was never going to get better. I was never going to heal. So we have to face these things that cause us a lot of pain and fear in order to defeat it. And that's one of the lessons I learned out of all these traumatic experiences that I've gone through. And self care and self love is so important because as you grow and heal yourself, you start to love yourself. It's important for all of us to love ourselves. Never allow anyone to tell you you think you all that because you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect to be loved? How do you expect somebody else to love you if you don't love you? You are important. When you get up in the morning, thank God for waking you up, look in that mirror, and I'm very serious about that. Tell yourself that you are worth it. Today, I'm going to take care of myself. And think of some ways that are effective to take care of yourself. Invest in you. Just like you go to work every day and you do your job so you can get a paycheck, etc. Invest in you as well. You're worth it. Invest in your health because poor health, you can't take care of yourself or anyone around you, whether it's physical health or mental health. You're not able to take care of anyone or anything around you if you're in poor health, whether it's physical or mental. It's important to invest in you. There's only one you, and you are worth it. It's try to do, like I said, anything that you can possible to minimize anxiety, pain, and toxicity in your life because then you are on the road to recovery from healing the grief. You don't get over it because you're always going to miss those Passover loved ones, you know, but talk about them, keep their memory alive through storytelling. That's what I do. I'll talk about some of the funny things my dog did, made me laugh, and the time I had with him, I cherished that. My mother, I talk about that. I talked about my mother yesterday in a video where I was saying the day before I sat and I cried because there's some things I just wanted to talk to her about when she's not here. And, so I have trigger moments, not as much as I did before, but I still have them. And it's important to allow yourself to feel the pain, and it's an outlet. Tears are an outlet. Let yourself feel it. But what I say, don't allow yourself to stay in a space of sadness, because it can create stagnation and make it difficult for you to start the healing process. It's so important. And I'm talking from my own personal experiences because I'm hoping that these things I share here will help you as well. Um, think about what you want to invest in that you think will make you feel better. Like if you have pets, spend time with your pets, going out somewhere, taking them someplace. If you don't have pets and you love pets, maybe, you know, make a plan um, to volunteer. Make a plan to volunteer at the animal shelter. Do things that's going to make you feel better. You know, because in that way you keep your mind and yourself busy, occupied, you know, instead of just allowing yourself to sink into depression. Hobbies. What are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that you like to do? For those who like music, for those who play an instrument, maybe doing things like that. I don't play that well, but I have a mini piano that I play around with from time to time. I did a whole lot of that during the shutdown when we were not able to go out except for to the store, and that helped a lot. I would love to hear about what some of the things you guys did when we were in a shutdown. In the beginning, when we were only allowed to go out to go to the supermarket, how did you preoccupy your time? These things are important because this is what's going to help you with the grief, and the pain that you're going through. And number one, I always talk about therapy. It's so important to, get connected with a grief therapist, because that's a start. That's a starting point, and then, you stick with it. Make sure you have a therapist that you vibe with, that you can connect with. He or she will help you with the grief, by allowing you to have a space where you can talk about it. Because if you hold that in, all of that, then it's hard to grow and to heal if you stay stuck and stagnated. It's important to release all this pain, and find effective ways to do so. Important friendships, if you have that, a friend. Now, we know that we can't bring back these passed over loved ones, but if we, just sometimes we may just need somebody to talk to, and for them to sit and listen, spend time just listening to how it's making us feel, what we're going through at that particular moment. Besides a therapist, if you have a good friend and someone that you trust that can be there, that's important too. And if you have family members that you're close to, that you can talk to and you trust, and they can help you get through it. Use those sources, because that's an outlet to release the pain. It's so important, people, to have the support. That's one of the things that I wish I had, when all this was going through, besides God, and I didn't have that. And it made it that much more difficult with the healing process and getting back up to do the work. Now, the work is not easy. It's very difficult, because you're going to have days where you're going to be on board to do the work, and I need to heal. I need to do this. And then there's days where you're not going to even feel like getting up out of bed, and I still have those days, but I do what I have to do. I try not to think too much about these things, because then I won't get anything done. I just get up, do what I have to do. And if I feel a little stagnated, I have music on, a headset with my music going, and then I do what I need to do. And, I'm not in this happy go lucky mood every day. I have my moments, but music is a healing source, especially a playlist of music that I love. It helps so much. And then watching videos, uplifting videos, or my favorite, movies or shows, things that I like, or mostly like things that are comedy shows, helps a lot, with the grief. And then something, I guess, what triggered the grief, let me tell you, because I talked about this a couple of days ago, but I didn't say what triggered it. A movie with Sidney Poitier came on the TCM channel, called A Raisin in the Sun. And it was on over the weekend. And I watched that movie probably a few times with my mom. It was her favorite movie. She loves Sidney Poitier. So do I. He's no longer here either. But he that movie was so awesome. And as I watched it, I'm sitting there watching and thinking about my mom, how she would be smiling ear to ear if she was here. And I would tell her, Mom, this movie is on. And we would sit and get some snacks and watch it, and that's what I miss the most, is that, doing that with her, and storytelling her stories. She would tell, about stories about my grandparents and the farm and all this other kind of stuff. And, how her face lit up as she told these stories. I'll never get a chance to see that again. So, what I have to say about all of this is, cherish the loved ones that you have, people in your life, because one day they're not going to be here. You know, I look at it in this way. It's hard to look at it this way, but I try, that God needs them back. They are on, we all are on borrowed time here. And then when God wants us back, it's time to go. So enjoy and cherish the people you have in your life today, because one day they may not be here. And we have to find ways to fill that hole that's in our heart when they are no longer here. So these are some of the ways that I fill that void, and it doesn't completely take away, you know, the feelings and things. And I try to deal with the difficult times, with the trigger moments of grief, the best that I can. What One thing I do not do is allow myself to give up. and give in to the pain. So find ways to allow yourself to feel the pain, but know that don't stay stagnated. Just keep going. Know you're going to have days where you're going to not feel like doing anything, and that's okay. But don't allow yourself to give up on yourself. Invest in yourself and keep going. And if you fall down a few times, which you probably are going to, get up again. Don't stay there. Just continue to move forward. And I promise you, one day, as you continue on this path, you're going to start to feel better. As you feel better, you do better. And as you do better, you start to naturally take care of yourself. Like I just started naturally taking care of my health. No, I don't want to eat that anymore. I would eat a whole lot of fried chicken, a lot of fried food and things, and then feel sluggish and weighed down. Now I don't do that. When I eat a lot of vegetables, and I've changed the way I eat and do things, even my perspective on the way I look at certain situations, always trying to look at things differently and just doing things differently for the better. And you naturally start to feel that way as you start to heal and grow from this grief. You know, we can never bring back the loved ones, but we can get through the grief of losing them, and keep their memories alive by talking about them every chance you get. Don't let their memories die. That's the message today. And what the last part I want to say, please share these videos with other people, especially those who recently lost loved ones, because they need to be uplifted, so that they don't give up on themselves, because the pain can be great at times. It really can, people, but never give up on you, because, you are an investment that you can't afford to give up on. I learned to turn this pain into power, power into purpose, purpose into paying it forward, to show up here to help and encourage other people. And that's so important, because people need to hear these messages. Thank you all again for being here. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Enjoy your day. And guys, stay uplifted. This is Lisa, always encouraging you, and I will be here Monday through Friday to always uplift you. Thank you, and have a great day, guys. Bye for now.